Hey devs, it's Anna from the DevRel team, and today we are going to build a Wix-managed Headless project from scratch. With Wix Headless, you can build your own frontend using the tools and frameworks you love, while Wix provides backend services like CMS, blog, bookings, and much more. In this video, we will use Wix-managed Headless, where Wix also hosts and deploys our frontend, so we can get the flexibility of headless development without having to manage our own infrastructure. If you would rather host your frontend somewhere else, that's also possible with Wix self-managed Headless. You can learn more about both options in the links below. Now, while you could build this entire flow with AI using Wix skills, in this video we are going to build it together from scratch, step by step. For this example, I am going to build my own personal portfolio website. It will include a homepage, blog, projects, about, and contact page, powered by Wix blog and Wix data. Let's get started. First, we will scaffold a new headless project using the Wix CLI. We will open the terminal and run the following command. Then, we will give our project a name and choose the template we want to start with. In our case, we will choose blank, so we can build everything ourselves. Then, we will choose folder name for our project. Once the setup is complete, we will open the project in our local IDE. Before we start, let's make sure everything is working. We will run npm run dev in the terminal and open our site. Here we can see our initial headless site running. Right now, we are only seeing the default template because we haven't made any changes yet. We can also open our Wix Business Manager, where we'll manage all of our backend services in this project. Now, let's go back to our IDE. Before writing any code, let's take a quick look at the generated project structure. First, we have the Wix config JSON file, where Wix stores the project configuration. Next, we have the package.json file, which contains our project scripts and dependencies. We will also see the environment local file. This is where we will store environment variables like our Wix client IDE and any other secret. And finally, we have the standard project structure with all the source file and configuration we need to start building. Let's make a quick change to our code and see it immediately reflected on our site. As you can see, our site updates right away. Now, before we start writing prompts for our AI agent, make sure you have added Wix MCP and Wix skills to your project. Using Wix MCP together with Wix skills give our AI agent access to Wix-specific API, best practices, and development workflows, making it much easier to generate accurate code in the project. Now, let's start by building our frontend. Instead of designing everything manually, I will use a design I already created with Google Stitch. I will connect the Stitch MCP to my IDE so the AI agent knows exactly which design to generate. Now, let's ask the AI agent to build the frontend based on the Stitch design using demo data for now. Let's see the result. As you can see, the agent generates a frontend that's closely matched to the Stitch design using demo data. From here, we can connect it to Wix and turn it into a fully working site. Before we do that, there is a few more steps we need to complete. First, we will install the Wix packages that we want to use in this project. We will install the Wix SDK together with the Wix blog, Wix data, and Rico's packages. Back in the Wix dashboard, we will install the relevant apps we need. In our case, we will install the Wix blog app. Next, we will create our CMS collection where we will store the content for our site. You can create them manually or simply ask your AI agent to create them using Wix MCP. In our case, we will ask the agent to create our CMS collection using Wix MCP. Once the agent is done, we can go back in the dashboard and see the collection has been created. Now let's go back to our project and write the code that communicates with the Wix backend. Inside the source folder, we will create a new folder where we will keep all our backend logic and Wix API calls. First, we will create a file for our blog API calls. We will import the relevant packages and create the function we will use through this project. Next, we will create another file for our project data. You can learn more about working with Wix APIs in our documentation. We have added links in the description below. Now, let's continue working with our AI agent. We will ask it to use Wix MCP to generate the remaining backend calls and connect them to our frontend, replacing the demo data with real data from our Wix backend. Once the agent is done, make sure to review the generated code and adjust anything if needed. Now, let's test our site and make sure everything is working as expected. We will go over the pages we created and verify that everything works as we want. Let's try to submit a form so we can check that the connection to Wix is working. We will enter some details for the example, then we will go back to the Wix dashboard, and as you can see, the new submission was successfully saved in our CMS collection. Once we are done, we are ready for the final step. We will go back to the terminal and run npm run build and npm run release to publish our site. And that's it! We have successfully built and deployed a Wix-managed Headless site. From here, you can continue extending your site with additional Wix API, custom business logic, and your own front-end experience. Thanks for watching.